on, let's go, boy!
Hey, welcome back, folks, and the Batman.
First of all, no, it's not the Batman, CJ. This discussion, we are not Tsunami, we're not CJ, we are Vengeance.
Look, this movie had no fucking business being as good as it was. This movie gets straight to the shits. It does not waste your fucking time. This is not even a spoiler, folks. The opening of this movie is literally the Batman credits, and then boom, we're straight to it.
Yeah.
I was like me and Eris was sitting there up there, and I was like, all right, this movie needs to do two things. It needs to do this and that. The movie delivered on everything I wanted this shit to be. And I was like,
it delivered on everything plus more. In fact, the moment we sat down here's the thing, Chris. When you and I went to, like, we're sitting in the theater, and I'm like, it's a black screen. There's no hashtag. There's no there's no big blown up image like we see at all of our other screenings. It was just blackness, and then no, hey, don't talk through the movie. Don't do nothing. Just it was just 7 o'clock hit, and it was just 7 o'clock hit, and then bam. I mean,
the Batman.
Just hold up. I'll try to blow up the picture layout.
It's so ridiculous. I was just sitting there like, that's what it is, huh? Hold up. Hold on, you trying to put the logo?
Yeah.
Oh, the Batman logo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can actually put that up. Hold on.
I just wanted to just blow that up real quick.
Actually, I can put that up as the overlay real quick because this is literally, folks, this is literally what happened in the theater. 7 o'clock hit, and this is what you get. Boom. Batman.
Just that.
I was like, well, that's how we're starting off this movie. All right.
I swear when I saw that, both you and I had the same reaction. We were like, oh, going right into it. Okay.
I mean, and
we're starting dinner right now.
This is when I mean this movie goes straight into it. This is clearly Batman Year 2. The movie tells you that off rip. That's again not a spoiler. It's year 2. Boom. So basically you're getting a Batman movie where Batman is doing detective work. He got them hands. He's doing everything that you wanted Batman out of the comic books, top to bottom.
Not just. I would say more than that. It's not just Batman out of the comics. Let me put it this way. For anyone who's ever played any of the Arkham games,
that too,
you're gonna love this movie.
Oh yeah.
That's all I can tell you. If you love the Arkham games, you're gonna love the movie.
It's the Arkham, the comics. Matt Reeves pretty much it felt like they really took their time with what they wanted this Batman movie to be. And what's interesting is that, like I said, Rob Pattinson does a good job doing the whole Bruce Wayne Batman dynamic, in the sense of this is a Bruce that's still trying to not necessarily figure out what he wants to do for the city, but he has a general idea of how he wants to go about, helping Gotham City. Basically.
He's committed.
He's committed.
He's very committed to the cause.
Very committed to the cause. I mean, from the suit, the suit looks
straight
dope.
Arkham. It's straight Arkham.
I mean, it's little details in the suit. No spoilers, but there's a point in the movie where he does a thing and he has like a device, and you're like, oh, that, of course, because that was something out of the comics and the Arkham games too. And I was like, wow, that makes sense. Like, everything about the suit looks very functional. And it just, him fighting is very, the fight choreography is actually pretty good. It ain't just him punching. He's actually doing some kicks, flying around, got the grappling hook, everything.
It was a pretty free flow, if you will.
Very, very, very free flow. That's also another thing. I also had very worrisome about the darkness aspects and stuff, because again, this is Batman. He's in the shadows. They did a good job of showing that, because they didn't have to make the whole screen very dark where you couldn't see shit.
Yeah.
but it's enough to where you can kind of pick out what's happening and such. But just holy fuck, like.
This
We needed a whole weekend to I literally needed from the time we saw it Thursday up to now. I needed a whole weekend to let it marinate.
Honestly,
just so I know I wasn't crazy.
I honestly just want to see it again. I really do.
Man, I mean, for a movie that's like 2 hours and 50 minutes, I believe it
right up there with Endgame. Which again, I heard no complaints about the time length of Endgame, but yet we heard complaints about the time length on this one.
But this works though.
It works
because there's a point where you're like, hold up, this movie can't end here, and it's like, oh, there's more. Okay, all right.
No, see, for me, it was like this. For given this movie's runtime, the reason I don't complain is because again, you and I sat through both Infinity War and Endgame, and having a long movie like this, hell, even a movie that's even longer than both of those, the Snyder Cut.
Well, Snyder Cut was 4 hours. That shit was.
I know.
That shit was a drag.
That's what I'm saying. A movie that's longer than both of those movies. I had no problem with the runtime for this movie. Everything that happened, it was all properly paced as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like pacing for it was excellent. Cinematography was excellent. The soundtrack. Oh man, can I get a vinyl of that, please?
I need a vinyl. Just I need the music, dude. Even the acting. Let's start it. Colin Farrell plays Penguin. And what I like about this, I know we all love Danny DeVito's Penguin in Batman Returns.
That performance is legendary.
And it bled into the Batman animated series in terms of the Penguin and stuff. But what I loved about Batman the animated series in this movie is that they kind of went with the Penguin that's more so a street level kind of crime boss type person.
Yep.
Which I miss, because that's the Penguin. He ain't Mr. Freeze. He ain't out here trying to take over the world. He's just a guy that just wants to get his money.
Which is interesting because in Batman Returns, Penguin was always looked at as a tragic villain in Tim Burton's eyes. Whereas in the animated series and
Arkham.
the Arkham and the comics and the old 60s TV show, he was always just like you said, street level villain that was just all about that money. He wants that cabbage. That's it.
Yeah, and if you told me that this was Colin Farrell, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. This ain't Colin Farrell. You even the close-up shots of him as Penguin, you can't even tell that's Colin Farrell.
I couldn't. Yeah, I completely forgot that was him.
Shout outs to the prosthetics department because they did a really good fucking job. Like with that, Zoe Kravitz did a pretty good job as Selena Kyle, Catwoman. I do wish that he kind of went with the goggles.
Oh, you mean the goggles that turn into ears?
Yes, the goggles that turn into ears. I kind of wish they went for that, but I'll take this early Selena Kyle. I'll take this. This works. They definitely give you the sexiness of Batman and Selena Kyle connection greatly in this movie, which I was like, thank you. We need that. We haven't seen that since Batman Returns.
We have not. I missed that.
I've definitely missed that. Andy Serkis plays Alfred, which goes along the lines of there's never been a bad Alfred in any Batman media whatsoever.
There really hasn't. There really
you can't fuck up Alfred. It just get somebody that's Brit or something, and you're fine. You're good.
There has not been a bad one, even though watching this one, and I definitely enjoyed this Alfred. I still missed Michael Ironside.
Oh, you mean on my
sorry, not Michael Ironside. What's his name?
Michael. About to say Keaton.
No,
Michael Caine. Michael Caine.
No, not Michael Caine. I'm talking about the one from the Justice League. It's not.
Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, Jeremy Irons. That one.
Yeah. I mean, you really can't fuck up Alfred, and Andy Serkis does a good job of playing the Alfred that we even seen it before, where he's helping out Bruce solve crimes.
Yep.
Which I think is great. In
fact, I don't think there's never been a Batman film where Alfred has not helped
Bruce in some way. Yeah, which goes
not one movie that they. Yeah, there's not one. He's always helped him.
Yeah. I mean, it also, I need more Jeffrey Wright as Jim Gordon, because him and Batman's connection was just thank you. Give me more. I need this. I need this.
Listen. No, you don't. No, it's not just you, CJ. We as a people, as a race, need more Negro Gordon in our lives.
This was just, like, again, you can't fuck up. He played Jim Gordon, the guy that's out here trying to stop crime, even with the corruption in his police force. And he has Batman there. And that's the great thing about this movie. Batman is part of this like investigation with the police, and the police are like, the fuck's he doing here? Like, why is he here?
you heard me, man. Every time he walked into every time Batman walked in the room, and like any of the cops are doing anything, they're looking at him, then they're looking out to the side, and I'm just going, I just want to do my job.
I mean, but dude, that's why
they legit had that look like, I'm just trying to do my job. Why is he here?
That's why I love, you know what? That's why I love this movie, because it's like the comics where Batman will roll to a crime scene and all the cops are like, the fuck is this? All right, Batman's here, I guess. Like, fine.
Of course, it would be years until the day where Batman only shows up when Jim is alone.
Yeah, but they do a good job of seeding that whole dynamic between Batman and Jim Gordon, and I love it. I need more of it. If I'm hoping that HBO Max show with Gotham City PD goes through, because we need more Jim Gordon and his shenanigans and adventures. Definitely. The Riddler. I didn't know how to feel about the Riddler initially until I saw they were going for a Zodiac killer type Riddler, and it works. I thought they were gonna go Joker with it, and I was like, no, this works. He's still giving riddles.
Oh, and how?
And man, look. I asked for Batman going out the Riddler trophies, and I got it. Thank you.
We definitely got that. We got plenty of Riddler trophies.
I was like, yo, if Batman ain't out here solving Riddler trophies, then what are we doing here? And I'm like, thank you. Batman doing detective work. That's all I asked, man. Because, the Nolan movies, Batman did no fucking detective work whatsoever. It's just Batman happened to be there, and that's it.
It wasn't even just that, Chris. It wasn't even just Riddler trophies. Remember, there was also the Riddler puzzles.
Riddler puzzles
and traps and shit.
Look, I gotta give it up, because because the thing about Riddler, it's interesting, is because the character's always been like the smartest person, but it was always like, how do you make the Riddler like this person that's a threat to Batman? Like in the animated series, they made him like they had like a couple of episodes where he had Batman go through like a maze, and he had to fight all these. So it was never like he did hand to hand, and it was like, all right, we're going to do an extension of this and make him a threat to where he's smarter than what Batman takes. Like, he thinks of Batman as his equal, basically. That's essentially how Riddler sees him.
But there's one particular Riddler puzzle that came straight out of the Arkham game. I'm not going to say what it is. Just put it this way. If you know,
Eris nudged me. It was like, dude. I was like, I know. I see it.
I was like, they did the thing. The whole time I was like, holy shit, they did it. They put it in the movie.
I mean,
I'm like, thank you, DC, thank you.
And then to me, it's also the look of the Riddler, because it's like, do you put the Riddler as the guy with question mark jacket and all that stuff, or like the look of the Riddler in this movie, it's definitely different.
Very different.
It takes something to get used to, but I get why they went for that, because again, this is the character that, if you know him from the comics, he wears like the green jacket with the question marks on it, and he has a hat, and it's like, all right, cool, that's the Riddler. Fine,
Could have been worse. He could have been walking around with a Riddler cane.
Yeah, so and I get why they did it this way, because it keeps the mystery of who this character is, which the movie does a good job of seeding who it could possibly be, and they play it up throughout the whole movie and stuff, like, who's the Riddler? Who was this connection? Which goes into something else I wanted. They went really deep into the mob family with Carmine Falcone and what's his face?
Between Falcon and Maroni.
Yeah, Maroni. And they really did a good job of seeding that whole thing, because there's still more of that That's in
And
play.
shout out to John Turturro for playing Carmine.
I wasn't expecting him to be Carmine.
I wasn't expecting that either, but damn, he played that very well.
I mean, has there ever been a bad Carmine Falcone?
No, I will say one thing about this movie. It's in relation to a certain animated DC film, and I'm not going to say which one, but I will say this. I wish that this movie came out before that animated film.
I wish. Oh,
Like, no, I'm not. No, I don't want to say what it is because it will totally spoil the movie. I'm just gonna say,
the recent one that came. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, I'm just gonna say one. Like like there's just one. Like there's one. Like it's one movie in particular, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
Had this animated feature came out after this movie, cool. But the fact that came out before this, it just gave me that total vibe.
Yeah, the whole atmosphere itself. Like I said, the fact that the movie wastes and I think that's what makes this movie good is the pacing of it is done real well because they see the mystery, they give you the overarching world of Gotham, which I actually like because I don't know where they filmed this at. Was it New York?
It looked like it might have been New York.
I know some of the other ones, it was like Chicago and Pittsburgh that they filmed it at, but I'm trying to think if they filmed where they filmed this one at. Because it didn't look like they were on soundstage.
They were. Oh, dude, they filmed all this in the UK.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was all filmed in the UK. Like a couple exterior shots were in Chicago, but it's mostly a UK shot film.
I could not tell. I really couldn't tell. That's actually pretty good. That's actually really good. Like this Gotham, and it's weird too. The way this movie looks, it's hard for me to grasp. And I think this is the reason why people shouldn't really jump ahead, put the cart before the horse with this, and trying to see where does Robert Pattinson's Batman fit in the grand scheme of like Black Adam and Justice League and all that stuff. It works on its own.
It really does. In fact, I really want at this point, DC should just continue to focus on just doing standalone films
until you can figure out how you want to combine it. Because right now it's hard for me to sit there and envision like, can Robert Pattinson's Batman function with and you don't know. And like I said, I just think it's better to watch this movie as it is and not think about other DC films in relation to it. Just watch it as is.
I mean, honestly, not everybody needs to be Marvel.
Yeah, I really don't.
You can just look what you did with Joker. You made that a standalone film. It's not connected to anything.
Which, fuck it, I'm just gonna say it. That Joker movie has no connection to the Batman whatsoever.
Yeah, it has no connection to this.
Zero connection whatsoever. Thankfully, because I don't really need. Because that would just be open up a whole string of bullshit if it did. And it also would kind of negate certain plot points too, as well, if they did.
Yeah, so. A lot of stuff would have got retconned if that happened.
Yeah, so I'm thankful that it has no connection with that. But you have to really take this movie as its own, and it functions very well. I want to see more of this. I'll like my thing is this: if you do another movie, it's like, do you skip more years? Like, what do you do? Like, so
it's possible they could do. We can get a time skip. Hell, this movie, I can already see at least 2 more sequels coming after this.
Oh yeah. They
at least 2.
They do everything to set up, and like I said, I would dare say that this is a bold statement here. I would say Rob Pattinson's a better Batman than Michael Keaton's Batman. It's a bold statement. I'm pretty sure the comment section of YouTube is going to be on fire after this one, possibly.
Is he really?
I think so, man. The man got hands. Keaton didn't have hands.
But Keaton is only going off of what the director told him to do. So
it's true. But it's just if I'm really being objective, it taking anything I love about Keaton's Batman out the equation, just looking at it objectively, this is probably the best overall package Batman we've gotten.
I mean, I can agree with that, but
I get it because we all like Michael Keaton.
No. It's not even that. It's not that. It's not that. CJ, it's this. This is what always sinks it for me. A guy who's at least 2 feet tall, like 2 feet taller than him, said, "Go ahead, hit me." Keaton punches the guy and thinks, is that it? Looks down and notices several sticks of dynamite stuffed in his belt. He yeets him off the edge and he blows up.
I don't know, man. The
I'm
amount of
saying Keaton as Batman has killed somebody. Actually, several people, if you really think
hey,
about it.
I don't know, man. I like my Batman in this movie that puts people in the fucking hospital.
I like that too.
This motherfucker beats the shit out of people.
He really does. Whereas a lot of people do tend to take a dive in the old movie. I mean, come on. We all saw the trailer. Who the hell are you supposed to be? And I'm like, and you are victim number one.
Bruh. Look, this Bruce, like, and I think what again, this is year 2 Bruce. So there's a lot of this is Bruce. His transformation into Batman when he switches into the costume is definitely something you have to kind of get used to because you forget, oh, this is still early Batman. He ain't, the transformation of him switching into the suit ain't as seamless as it is, which is fine.
It's just when he's there, he's there.
Oh yeah, when he's there, he's there. And I think that's why I appreciate they didn't, because Nolan would have did some shit where Bruce Wayne would have just popped up at the crime scene for no fucking reason. And I like how Reeves was like, no, we're just gonna have Batman just roll up in there to the crime scene, suit and all, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. And I'm like, thank you.
So I'm not gonna do anything clever because once again, this is year 2.
Yeah, and like I said, and I think what made it work was also, like I said, the cops, like just looking like, the fuck is this Halloween suit? What is he doing here? What?
I mean, I would say, like, just to go off of your statement, I mean, you believe that he's the better Batman. Okay, hold on. All right, let me ask you this. I gotta ask you this then. Is Rob Pattinson a better Batman, but Michael Keaton is a better Bruce Wayne?
So I would say Keaton edges him out because I think in this film, in the Batman, Bruce Wayne is still trying to. He's still pretty much like he's not the playboy yet. He's still trying to figure himself out.
Yeah,
essentially. So you could probably say Keaton's Bruce Wayne. He's still the playboy, the person that's active, in the I keep fucking up the name, philanthropy, whatever the name, but he's still active in the Gotham limelight. So it's kind of like comparing. It's basically you're comparing year 2 Bruce to like year 10 Bruce, where it's like. So I would edge it out to Keaton on the Bruce Wayne front for right now. Now, if the next Batman movie with Rob Pattinson has him really playing up the Bruce Wayne aspect of it and stuff that we like, then he'll definitely beat out Keaton.
Okay. I mean, because for me, what made Keaton so perfect, in my opinion, was he was the most unassuming Bruce Wayne and Batman, period.
I would say Rob Pattinson's Bruce is unassuming a little bit because even the thing with Carmine and his relationship with Bruce is kind of like, really the rich boy, like, really, you really think you're gonna do something? Like, all right, whatever. Okay, so it's there, but I think with Keaton, you're right. With Keaton, it's very much in your face up front because people are like, Bruce Wayne is Batman. Like, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that thing in Batman Returns, like, Bruce Wayne is Batman? Duh. Like, no shit. Like, I did not figure so. But yeah, this whole movie was just, dude, even the Batmobile chase that you see in the trailers was really good.
Yep.
Like, even down to the detail of Batman at one point is interrogating a criminal and just leaves him there.
Yeah.
Him and Jim Gordon interrogate dude, and then they just drive off, and they're nothing. They're just gone. And the guy's like, "You're just gonna leave me here? No, you can't do this."
Pretty much.
That's some Batman shit. It's like he either drop you off to the fucking GCPD or he'll just leave you there on the roof, figuring out how to get off. That's it.
And we also, not spoil anything, but yes, we do get to see Batman doing his usual Batman thing.
Yeah, well,
It takes a minute to get to it, but when it does, you're like, there it is.
I mean, technically, you could probably say the beginning of the movie does that too.
Nah, it really came into play like in the middle of the movie.
Okay, you're right. But yeah,
it was really at the beginning of the movie.
But yeah, man, like
once
the movie,
again, if you know, you know.
Yeah, I mean the movie, like I said, the movie grabs you from beginning. Like I said, no opening credits, just the Batman, and then boom, straight to it. So it automatically is like, okay, we're gonna grab you, and boom,
we're throwing you right into the action, which is perfect.
I would say give Matt Reeves more money and let him keep doing this franchise for as long as he can, because
give that man his flowers.
Give it to him, all of them and stuff. Funny enough, we were talking about the cinematography. The guy that did the cinematography for this, he did it for Dune.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
He did it for Dune. He did it for Zero Dark 30, which is a good movie. Foxcatcher, The Gambler, Rogue One. So yeah, for the movie looking as well lit and as good looking as it is, gotta give him credit. I think it's was it Greg Fraser? Yeah. So yeah, this is definitely a must watch. Definitely go see this. Definitely go check this out. You will love it.
Like, go see it opening night.
Oh, dude, Thursday, take your ass to the theaters and go see it.
Yeah, it's really definitely worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I will also say this too about the story. It definitely bucked my theories on what was happening in this movie with a lot of these characters, which I think is great, and I'm glad it didn't go in that direction. So kudos to them on that one with expectations and such. So definitely go see this movie. Definitely check it out, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
That boy is Benny Hanna.